So exception, interrupts, and the vector table. When an execution or interrupt occurs, the processor sets the PC to a specific memory address. As I told, interrupt occurs, the processor has to execute the ISR of the particular device which generate the interrupt. So this is possible only if the PC is loaded with the starting address of the ISR. For example, divide by 0, it executes the ISR of the divide by 0. So backend, then it pops the message to the monitor as a divide by 0 occurs. So how will the message divide by 0 occurs? So by executing the ISR of the divide by 0. So until and unless it executes the ISR of the divide by 0 at the back end, you cannot see the error which generated by the divide by 0. 14 by 0 is there, it is a divide by 0 error. This is possible with the help of the ISR of the divide by 0. This special address range, all the ISR existed stored in the what you can call it as a one block of the memory. Maybe they are all stored in the beginning of the memory, or it is stored in the last part of the memory. So that part where the ISR of the different devices are stored, so that part of the memory we called it as the vector table. So in the vector table, maybe the input device ISR is stored, the reset button ISR is stored, or the printer ISR is stored. Okay, so the some part of the memory, sometimes most of the processor, either they stored the ISRs in the beginning or in the end. Some part of the memory is used. So this part of the memory, we can call it as a vector table. The entries in the vector table are instruction that branch to specific routine designed to handle particular exceptions or interrupt. As I told, so these are the pointer. It is like a pointer to the ISRs. So whenever interrupt occurs, it immediately call the ISR of the particular device. On some processor, the vector table is located higher address. That's what I told you, lower address. When exception or interrupt occurs, the processor suspends normal execution of the user program and loads the instruction from the vector table. Okay, so where the ISR is stored of the particular device. Each vector table entry contains from form of branch instruction pointing to the start of the specific routine. So for example, I have shown you reset undefined instructions. Okay, so if you are using undefined instruction like ADD is the addition instruction, instead of the ADD, by mistake if you type A followed by triple D, so such a instruction is a undefined instruction, it generates the error. So for that, the expert has written ISR of the undefined instructions. Immediately it pops the message. By executing the ISR of the undefined instruction, it is going to convince you, okay, so you have used the undefined instructions in your program. So this undefined, how do you come to know? So it execute wherever you do the mistakes. So each mistakes, the expert has written the ISR. Okay, whenever the processor comes across the mistakes, it immediately executes the ISR of the particular mistake, and it tells you, okay, this is this on this line where you did the mistake. So these popping messages are coming by executing the ISR of the particular mistake. Okay, so these ISRs are generally run at the back end of the processor. Front end, the user program is running. Back end, the ISRs are executed. So ISR written by the experts. So ISR it is again the sub programs. It is written for the either for the mistakes in the program, or it is written for the external devices. So like that, we have the software interrupts are there. As I told, divide by zero, or you do undefined instructions in your program. Such a case also, the sub programs are executed at the back end of the processor. It is written by the expert. Otherwise, if there is a no ISR, you will never come to know what are the errors are existed in your program. Pre-pitch abort is there, as I told. Whenever the memory access is fails, so in that case, it is going to pop some images to the monitor. So this is possible by executing the sub program called as the ISR of the memory failures. Like that, data failure occurs, so it is going to tell the user by executing the ISR of the data abroad. Reserved. So these are the some of the vector the interrupt which are reserved for the future. Interrupt request, as I told, IRQ is there. So past interrupt request. So we are using the shortened FIQ. So reset vector, as I told, I have given the reset vector where the all the registers content is set to the zeros, and I have shown the ISR of the reset button. Why all the registers are set to the zero? Backend it runs the set of the instruction which are moving most of the time 00 to the all the registers available in the processor. So this is already explained. Undefined instructions. So for that also the expert has written the ISR, and the starting address of the ISR is stored in the some part of the memory. That part of the memory we called it as a vector. Software interrupts are there. So you do any mistakes like a divide by zero, or you are using some variable which is not defined in the program. So such a time also the error generated. Errors are the software interrupt. Pre-pitch abort. So already I explained. So whenever the memory access failures occurs, so this generate the interrupt. It execute the ISR of the memory failure and popping the message or image to the monitor. Data abort. So I had already explained in the table itself. Core extension. So core extension is the processor extension. So if you are extending the processors, if you are relieving some of the work of the processor, so this is what we can call it as the core extension. So to extend the core, some of the operation of the processor has been assigned to the some of the dummy processors. So this is what we can call it as the core extension. So performance, manage resource, and provide extra functionality. I will show you. Three hardware extensions are there. ARM wraps around the core. One is we are using cache and tightly coupled memory. Tightly coupled memory means some small memories are built on the same chip of the processor. We can call it as the tightly coupled memory, or you can build the cache and the memory management and the co-processor interfaces. So if you are using all these things, the core is extended. Extension of the core is it is relieving some of the operations performed by the processor to the some other devices. So this is what we can call it as a core extension. Whenever you are using core extension, the processor, most of the time the processor is busy with the execution of the instructions. The rest all are is handled by some of the devices. Okay, so cache and tightly coupled memory, as I told, the in the processor only. The memory, main memory is it is tightly coupled. Tightly coupled means they have been bought, the main memory bought to the very near to the what you can call it as the processor chip. Or sometimes we are placing the small memory in the processor. So small memory which is built in the processor is called as the cache memory. Okay, the memory has been brought to the very near to the processor chip is called as a tightly coupled memory. So as I told, TCM is a small memory built on the a tightly coupled memory built on the same chip of the processor. Sometimes we use a TCM for the data and a separate TCM for the instruction. Such a architecture we called it as the Harvard architecture. So in the case of the von Neumann, this facility is not there. So only one TCM will be there. That TCM is used for the data as well as instructions. So the beauty of the Harvard architecture is you can use separate TCM for the data and separate TCM for the tightly coupled memory. So tightly coupled memory is memory has been built on the small memory is built on the RAM memory is built on the same chip of the processor. See, this is written chip. This is the processor chip, and the processor chip along with the ALU and MCA MAC. So we are placing some of the small RAMs also. So this placing the small RAMs on the same chip of the processor, we called it as the tightly coupled memory. So tightly coupled memory, separate tightly coupled memory for the instruction and separate tightly coupled memory for the data. So we called it as such a architecture. We called it as a Harvard architecture with TCMs. So that's what he has shown Harvard architecture. More and more memory are placed in the ARM processor chip. So it is Harvard architecture. Some are for the data and some are for the MAC. These are for the ALU and these are for the